So a couple of people have commented on the new watermark that I'm using on my images, and it's the handwritten style. And they asked me where I bought it. Well, I actually made it myself, and you can do it yourself using Photoshop and Lightroom in kind of less than 5 minutes. You do see lots of adverts on Instagram and Facebook for buying these type of watermarks, but actually it's dead easy to make yourself and save yourself a few quid. So first things first, I go to Photoshop, open up Photoshop, click Create New, and have a custom size, which is 5000 by 4000 pixels at 300 ppi. Just open that up, and obviously you get a blank white page. So if text isn't already selected, just choose your text tool or press T on the keyboard, and just type in whatever you want your watermark to say. So I'm going to be kind of dead obvious. Subscribe to my channel. So subscribe to my channel. There you go. Now just click off that for a second. I'm going to move that into the center. Now I don't want that. Oh, I made a spelling mistake there, so get rid of that. I don't want that font. So what I'm going to do is just select all the text, come down here and choose one of these handwritten fonts. Now, if you're looking for a handwritten font, I would recommend go over to dafont.com or dafont.com, and there's loads of fonts you can download. The nice thing about it is you can write in here, this preview box here, whatever text you want. So let's try, I can't spell my own name, uh, Damien Waters. I'm spelling it a bit wrong, but let's not worry about that. And you get a preview of what it looked like. So you spend your time scrolling around there, and then when you've found a font that you like, just click the download and install it as a font palette. Um, and there's the basics of your watermark. Now, obviously, this is black. If you come over here to background and turn background off, just do that. You've got your black watermark. I actually have two. I have a black and a white, so I'll show you the way of changing that. So obviously, if I save that now, it's saved as black. But I'm just going to kind of change that. Click up here on the font color and choose the white. Now, obviously, it's hard to see because it's against a white background, but don't worry about that at the moment. Come up to File, Save As, and now I would recommend saving it as a Photoshop, a PSD file. So let's call it subscribe logo. Save it as a Photoshop file just so that you can come back and edit it. So save that. But then to be able to use it in Lightroom, go back and do a save as, but this time save it as a PNG file. So it's like 2/3 of the way down. Save as a PNG file. I'm not going to change the name. I'm going to save that. Click that OK, and that's essentially done. What you now do is go over to Lightroom. You're in your kind of Lightroom area. Go up onto Edit. Scroll to the very bottom and click Edit Watermarks. And then after a second or two, this panel comes up. It defaults to custom. Come over to the right hand side and there's a please choose a PNG or JPEG file. I'm going to choose that. What did I call it? Subscribe logo. Choose. And then you can see the text is tiny down there, but you can have a play with these settings over here. So you can make it as kind of big as you like. You can use the anchor bottom right hand corner and then it'll anchor to that corner, or up in the center and it'll anchor there. You can change it. You can change the opacity, all sorts of things. But that's it done. You just then want to save that. So down here, save, I'll call it subscribe. That's it, done. So then when you want to export your images with your watermark, you go File, Export. You choose your export settings, but when you come right down to the bottom, Here, just above post-processing, there's the watermark. You choose your watermark. There's my subscribe. When I export, that will export with that watermark in the bottom corner or wherever you set it, and it's done. As I said, if you save the file as a Photoshop file, you can then make alterations, kind of change the font, change the colors, all those sort of things. But it's that simple. So hope you enjoyed that. Really, really quick way of making your own watermark. Any questions? Drop them in the comments below. Cheers. Bye.